Hey everyone, it's been a while. It's been a while since I've recorded anything for this channel, at least. And yeah, so welcome back. So I keep saying so, but there you go. The last videos I produced, I started to do videos on recording the daily updates of everything we put on the site. And to be honest, it was a bit kind of drab, a bit boring. To be fair, I don't think it'd be something that people would like to listen to and watch, sort of certainly in the length, because it was literally going into each item, reading through the description. You can do that yourself. You can go to the site, you can find that. So I wanted to just recreate the video, start doing them again for updates. So I do updates Monday to Friday on the site. I used to do Saturdays and Sundays as well, but actually it's nice to have a few days off. It's nice to let the freebies build up, because they do kind of start to run out towards the end of the week. So the videos I want to start creating are, with the exception of this one, sort of maybe 2 minutes long. This one's going to be a bit longer because we're going to go into a little bit more detail of like a first video of what's happened, what we want to do, and so on. But I'm just trying to keep them about 2 minutes long. I just want to literally go through the highlight of the name of this is what we put on today, so that it gives you another place to go to see what's been added and think, well, is that worth me going to check that stuff out? And I'll always be leaving a link to the site below, even though the site is just literally GrabFreeStuffUK. I'll always leave a link below just so you can quickly go there. So the site's now been running for, well, it'll be 11 months beginning next month. Changed quite a bit in that time. I can't remember, I haven't looked back on the videos whether it was when it was Automatum or the Elegant Themes extra theme, but it's gone through a few iterations. The original one was using Automatum, which is something I absolutely love, because you can build your own design theme. Then I went through Elegant Themes using the extra theme for a while, because that had some great functionality. And sort of more recently, the last month or so, I've moved over to the Genesis framework with one of their themes, because I wanted something a little bit more clean and lean, and they definitely have clean, lean framework, and the sort of child themes are quite lean. I chose a particular child theme I liked, and I've actually, I say customized it. I haven't actually gone and edited the codes per se, but I've customized it to a very clean look. The buttons for getting the freebies, you end up going into a post, and then you can see there's a button, grab freebie, on each post. I am tinkering with the idea of seeing if I can actually maybe then change the code now to try and add it to the bottom or the top of the post. The thing is, a lot of people enter the site through posts rather than through the actual front page, and those that do, it's very easy just to go to the actual post. And also, it's not so clean if I start having buttons in each post, so I'm toying with the idea, but we'll see how it goes. And then obviously down here I have little things like the sign up and our follow us links, and the categories, top 5 posts, etc. a little bit down there. So this is our Instagram just feed. You can see I actually post some freebies. So for example, this little toy here was a freebie that arrived, and here's some aftershave and a freebie. But then I also post other things, like pictures, because I love taking photographs where I can, and I like to add some of them to the Instagram feed just to kind of diverse it up a little bit. So the goal for the site, I might have said this in the original posts videos, but the goal for the site was I wanted to create a site that had something new every day. A lot of the freebie sites I follow, they repeat items, and don't get me wrong, some of the freebie items are really good, and I do bring them back up to the top, because once you're off the first page, unless you go in through that post, a lot of people don't see them, and there's some really fantastic freebies. So I kind of give it 2 to 4 weeks, usually, sometimes a couple of months, and then I'll bring them back to the top. But I don't define the site by just having repeated items. I kind of my whole goal was at least one or more new freebie items every day that I make posts. As I say, some of the sites I've seen actually had days where they just post repeated items, and that's what really kind of drove me to start this site up with that goal of a new free item every day, or every day of a post. So 5 days a week now. Originally I was doing 7, but it just gets a bit too much. So a free item every day. And some days you have 3, 4, 5, for example. One, this new tickets, a new chocolate amber cans, new one to this site. This granola freebie, and this is another thing. We sometimes have free competitions where you can win X amount of free stuff. This is a new one, and these are repeated items here because they're just so good. This tube of whitening toothpaste is fantastic, and this gives you kind of an insight into some of the great things you can do with freebies. You get small tubes, and it's the same with some of the aftershaves and perfumes. You get like 7mm small tubes. These things are perfect to put in your wash bag when you go away. They don't take up much space. Just put them in your wash bag and away you go. It's really, really good. Really good way of actually not having to buy, because you know what, you go to Sainsbury's or you go to Superdrug, etc., and you buy their travel packs, and it's more or less the same size tube as you get with these freebies, and you pay like £1 or £2, so you can pay like £3, £4, £5 for stuff to go in your wash bag, and you can get it all for free through free, or most of it at least for free through the freebies. It's really good. So yeah, something like that is fantastic because you get some whitening toothpaste for free, colour catchers, and this is a freebie competition I've pulled back up because it's a really good one, ends soon. Top cashback, I put a few things on there because they're actually really good. Whereas it's like a common thing these days where you buy something and you get cash back for that item, either in part or in whole. Top cashback is one of the top ones for that, and they do lots of freebie new member deals where you buy the item and you get all the cash back. And there's been stuff like some Lego packs, and in this case an advent calendar and so on. Really good. Once you join, then you buy things and then you can get cash back on lots of things. Not all the cash back on everything, but you can get some cash back, so it saves you money. It's a really good thing. There's some other things on here that I've actually linked to that do that, a similar sort of thing where you take scans of the receipt, or you know, a lot of them where you go to Sainsbury's and you shop online and then you enter a code and then you get an item for free, which is their item of the week or month or whatever. So all that kind of stuff gets onto this site. It's really good. But the one thing that I do, two things I do actually, which are different to a lot of sites. One is free software. Whenever I see any free games that people give away, and there's been a lot of that lately, I do list them. And also occasionally I look at the best of the open source software. Items that people might not know are there for free that are equivalent to some really good expensive software, and I list those up. For example, GIMP was one I listed. But also I like to every day list a free Kindle book. As you can see, this top one, and it's always the top item, the first item you come across in the top of the page, always a free Kindle book. And although lots of them are fiction, because fiction, they last longer as a freebie, I do list some non-fiction books when they're great. The problem with a non-fiction book is that the freebie doesn't last very long. So quite often I put it on and then a few years later it's gone. But I've got listed some great ones for photography and blogging and so on, which have really been good books to go through. But a lot of them are fiction based, and I like to pick the best fiction books out there, things that I would want to read, or majority of the time ones that I would like to read. The whole point of this site is I use it myself. I've got lots of freebies. I've ramped up the freebie gains since I've been doing this site. So a lot of the things I put up is things that I would want, and so therefore hopefully things that you would want. But you can usually bookmark, bookend rather, the freebies for a day between the books. So there's one book, and right at the bottom of the page is yesterday's book. So everything from there upwards to the top is new today, or in some cases, as I say, relisted today. But there's lots of things that are new. There's about 4 or 5 items today which are actually new to the site. So yeah, that's trying to be a very quick and brief overrun. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but that's the site. It's gone through a lot of changes. We get lots of freebie days, daily or 5 days a week. There are sign-ups for the daily newsletter and the followers on social media. We have automatic posts out for social media and obviously a daily automatic newsletter of all the freebies that come up on the day, or the new freebies. It doesn't repeat ones that have already been posted before. So yeah, it's a good way to get some ideas of brand new freebies that are out. It's also very easy just to pop over to the site every day. It's a very quick site to just go through. You can see instantly what's new, and then if you want something, go and pick it. So you have to check daily because things do go very quick. Right, that's it. I'm not going to go anymore. I'm going to try and do one of these, as I say, every day if I can. It may be every other day in some cases, maybe once a week in some cases, but as much as I can, I'm going to create video updates if you're viewing, keep them under 2 minutes. Just go through briefly the titles, and that's it. So thanks for watching, and keep looking out for the next video. Speak to you later, guys.